What would you like?
I don't want to yell. Come closer. You're new here, aren't you? Has Chenyek talked the head off you already?
We spoke.
I'll give you some good advice to start with. Don't listen to his bollocks about a fairer society and the honourable struggle for a better tomorrow. It's just bullshit to mess with newcomers like you. By the way, they call me Knuckles.
It sounded pretty convincing to me.
Aye. Chenyek can sweet-talk people like no other. I mean, Chenyek talks about sharing stuff fairly and how we don't do it for the money. But you know what? It's horseshit. It's every man for himself down here, even if they say otherwise. And Chenyek just gives it such a nice polish.
Are you saying he lied to me?
More like, he didn't tell you the whole truth. I heard from friends that Sigismund has a bottle of very fine wine somewhere in his warehouse. The kind of wine that you don't often see in these parts. I have a buyer for it. So if you bring it to me, I'll give you half the coin he's paying for it.
Well, I'll stick to what Chenyek told me. I'm not complicating it by stealing wine.
Well, that's a shame.
Chenyek said you could give me some gear too.
All that talk about equality, brotherhood. But when it comes to lockpicks, I'm supposed to give you stuff from my own stash. Here's something you might find useful.
Thank you. Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Whoa!
What do you want to vote for?
Good day to you. I'll be right with you. What would you like, sir?
I'll have a look at the wares. Let's talk about the price.
All right, I'm listening.
Do you accept?
That's more like it. Just a bit more, and we can shake hands. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir. Excuse me.
God be with you, sir.
Show me your wares.
Maybe next time then, sir.
Wonderful day for a wonderful purchase.
What do you need, sir?
I'll have a look at the wares.
Thank you, sir. And come again.
I need something repaired.
Welcome, good man. I'll be with you in just a moment. My young apprentice said there was some sort of Excellent! You made a fine purchase, good sir.
Good doggy. Good boy. I apologize. You're always welcome.
Hey, innkeeper! That big...
My, what muscles you have. A man like you,
That's from working every day, from dawn till dusk. What's the hold-up, innkeeper?
Come to think of it, it's nothing. God grant you health.
I'll have a beer.
God bless you, sir.
Do have a kind heart.
I'm sorry.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Welcome, sir. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Do I know him? That fucker is the bane of our lives. Why are you even looking for an idiot like him?
I'll go and sort things out with him. By hand.
So you should. And give him one or two for me too, the bastard.
Do you know where he might be?
How should I know? If I knew, I'd have told Adam long ago. He'd wring the bastard's neck in a trice. Last week alone, he robbed 3 of our customers. All German.
Why does he choose to rob Germans?
A German merchant always has more coin in his purse than a Czech one. Haven't you noticed that?
Could you tell me where exactly he robbed the customers?
Hard to say. You know how it is. Drunk and merry gents who can hardly walk. But it usually happens somewhere near the Black Horse, and in those lanes there. The bastard stays clear of the main streets. For good reason.
Have you got any German customers here now?
What do you think? No, because words got round. Except Udo. He couldn't care less, it seems.
And is Udo here now?
No, it's too early for him. He usually comes later in the evening. I reckon he only comes here when other alehouses kick him out.
Thanks. I'll be going.
You're welcome. And have a word with Adam if you really want to find your goat skin. He's the owner. I reckon he'd be keen to find him too.
I need a bath.
And what are you interested in, sir?
Tend to my wounds, prepare me a bath, and wash my clothes, please.
All right, but money up front.
I'll gladly pay you.
You certainly won't regret it. My baths are first class.
There, all better. I hope that's all your aches and pains taken care of. And take better care of yourself out. I apologize.
Innkeeper,
This has got
what's
to
taking
stop.
so long?
What have I done now? The guests aren't happy with you. They say you're too bashful. I'm not some piece of meat that anyone can grab whenever they want.
Do then.
As long as...
Peter, my friend.
Now that I've forgotten about him. Maybe because I don't think he'll be able to solve my problem.
And Jonah for the whale. So don't tell...
Guten Abend. Wie kann ich dir helfen?
Greetings.
What? Wer bist du?
I'm Heinrich, von Skalitz.
I'm Udo from Taubisch. Nein, Tauberhofs, Heim. Scheiße. Aus Tauberbischofsheim.
Aha. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Herr Udo.
Ebenfalls. Spielst du Würfel? Dice. You want to play?
Where is it you're from, Goodman?
Gott im Himmel. I have already told you. Aus Tauber. Nein. Tauber bis Hofsisheim.
Ah, right. What's it like there?
Long.
I don't really understand.
Exakt. Ich auch nicht. Also, lange, very long.
What are you doing in Kuttenberg?
Earning Geld. Everyone here wants my Holz.
Hulls?
Holz. Wood.
You bring wood here?
Ja. But not just any wood. Rare. Exotisch. For decoration. Decoration.
I didn't expect to meet a German who sells wood.
There. You see? Neither did I.
Do you know a goat skin?
Ein gutes Kind? A good child? Yes. I have 5 at home.
No. Goat skin.
Ah, yeah. I know one merchant. Very good leader.
That's not what I'm looking for. Let's play some dice.
Ja, sehr gut.
I'll have a jug of wine.
Cost a pretty groschen.
Oh, Fortuna. Möge der beste Mann gewinnen. It looks pretty bad, huh?
Innkeeper, what's taking so long?
Nein, gar nichts. I'm done.
Oh, if only all days were like this one. One more and I'm off.
Hier.
My humble respects.
Zum Schloss.
Ha ha ha! Wunderbar! Noch einmal? Once again?
No thanks. I've had enough.
Pah! Jawohl!
Listen, Udo from...
Aus Taberbischofsheim. Bitte?
I think it's about time you headed home, Goodman.
Pah! Home? So early? Warum?
Go and see the priest and ask him to talk to him.
You're a merchant, aren't you, Goodman?
Handler. Jawohl, I am.
I'm a merchant as well. They're looking for you where the merchants' wagons are parked. There seems to be a problem.
Ein Problem? What problem?
A fire.
Feuer? Again? What have those idiots done this time?
I don't know, but you should go take a look.
Ah, so. I will go then. Auf Wiedersehen, mein Herr. Prost! Ein Prosit zur Gemütlichkeit. Ein Prosit zur Gemütlichkeit.
I apologize.
Kuttenberg. Kuttenberg. What a lovely city. Love Kuttenberg.
Tankard of ale, thanks. To your help, my friend.
How's your sister?
Fine. Why'd you ask?
I heard she was sick. I just wanted to know if she's feeling better.
It was nothing. Just a slight cold.
Krüger
A
ho!
man would be calling for the priest, but women are made of stronger stuff.
I'll drop by and visit her sometime.
Ein
then.
Feel
Prosit.
free.
Ein Prosit
Danger.
zur Gemütlichkeit.
Taking the time again.
Want another?
Prosit.
He just capped his grills is all. And those, my arse.
Gemütlichkeit.
God be with you, my friend.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Kuttenberg. Kuttenberg. What a lovely city.
Hey, kidder. Why you just standing there? Come over here. I won't take no for an answer.
And all the saints. We'll get that stank.
Ein Prosit.
Why not? I'll sit for a spell.
Ein Prosit. Ein Prosit.
All right, meine Freunde. And
What's going on here?
He wanted to rob me.
I can see that. I think you should go, Herr Udo.
Ja, ja. Danke.
this is some mix-up. I wasn't going to rob him, honest.
If I'm not mistaken, you're Goatskin.
Yeah, that's me, aye. What do you want?
I have a couple of questions for you.
Look, I didn't. I never told nobody. Nobody. I swear. I'll even swear to Samuel and his God if he wants.
Who the hell is Samuel?
You weren't sent by Sam.
I wouldn't be asking you if I was, would I?
You know, like, I promise not to talk about it no more. They'll kill me otherwise.
I get that, but do you think they'll just forget about it? How long do you intend to hide?
Until I have enough. You know, glint to take off.
Well, I could help you with that. I know a lot of people. Getting you out of town won't be a problem. If you help me, I'll help you.
That sounds, you know, promising. But I still need coin. I can't just pack up and take off.
Coin shouldn't be a problem. How much do you want so you can disappear in peace?
Not much, a few score groschen. But that won't be a problem for a well-heeled fella like yourself.
Here you are. But you're gonna talk, right?
Right. Well, I like talking, you know, like... What is it you want to know?
I heard you were spying for some nobleman. Is that true?
I was doing nothing but, you know, like, I was spying for 2 weeks.
Who is this Samuel you're so afraid of?
He just hired me. He's one of them lot. You know, them Jews, innit? He was nice to me till I started blabbering.
Do you know where I could find this Samuel?
Go to that, you know, synagogue. He hangs around it in front of it and people, like, brings him news of what's on the grapevine, you know. And evenings he sits around at the King Solomon. It's like a, you know, a Jewish tavern. But watch out. They ain't too welcoming towards our people there.
Have you ever heard the name Liechtenstein?
I don't know him, but I heard Samuel telling his people, like them Jews, I mean, about this, what's his name? Liechtenstein.
What exactly did he say? Did he speak about him in a good way or a bad way?
I don't know. I just remembered a funny name. I don't pay much heed to things that what don't concern me.
And you call yourself a spy?
Watch it, mate. I remember things well enough, but only what they pays me to remember. I ain't gonna, you know, fill my head up with shit that don't concern me for free.
Jesus wept. What is it you did as a spy?
Mostly I was standing guard in front of that palace, you know, like Rutard's place. I was watching for who was going in and out, see? You know, who, with who, where, when, and that.
And what went on there?
Well, people was coming and going, all sorts of nobles, and I'd tell Samuel what colours they was carrying, see? I was good at that. I remember pictures good, you know?
And there's another thing. Those things you stole from that scholar? You know what I mean?
That... What about it, like?
What happened to them? The owner wants them back.
I still have them.
Where?
In them secret, you know, tunnels under the city.
Tunnels? Secret passageways? Stop blethering and tell me where it is.
I ain't blathering. It's in the passageways beneath the city. I can find it. I've learnt the way. And if you give me a couple of groschen, I can teach you too. You can clear out my stash, and judging by the look of you, knowing your way round, you know, underground-like, that ought to come in handy for you, innit?
Walk around underground? How are you going to teach me? You said you were going to pack up and go.
Aye, like, look, if I tell you, it won't be no secret no more, innit? Wait and see.
Let's get this straight. You want me to pay you to tell me a secret, which will help me find your stash, which you say is somewhere underground, and I don't even know what's in it.
That's about the long and short of it. But I reckon it's good to know how to move around the city. You know, unseen, like.
Look, Goatskin, just because I was nice to you once, doesn't mean you can fuck with me now. Tell me what you know right this instant. or I'm going to lose my temper.
Well, no need to fly off the handle, like... I'll tell you, of course. I was just thinking...
Goatskin, spit it out.
Oh, all right. It's like this. I know them passageways because I got my hands on this map, like. This old thief gave it to me. And when I, got it in my head, like, I flogged it, see?
So you're telling me you don't even have the map?
No, but I know where it is, like. I flogged it to this thief. Angel, he called himself.
Called himself? So this angel is back in heaven now, is he?
Aye, he was hanged outside the city walls. He's still swinging there. And I know he had that map sewn into his coat. It were his most prized possession. But watch out, the gallows is guarded to stop quacks cutting off the dead bodies, bits and pieces, fingers and that, like.
Thanks. You've been a great help.
That's me through and through, innit? I'd better be off, like. I've got a long journey ahead of me.
Off you go.
I reckon you ain't going nowhere. Not a chance. The hares in the woods are overbreeding, and he...
You read, kidder?
You wouldn't happen to have any work for me, would you?
I'll tell you, we could use a canny bloke like you. Set yourself down here. And if you take the job, you'll get a heap of chink.
What do you want me to do?
A count lad. A strong bloke. I can see you're not for here. We have a bit of fash we need a hand with.
I see. I mean, I actually don't. I'm not a miner.
And that's just why I need a bloke like you. Look, I'm Vlach, gaffer of the St. Anthony Pit. They call us the Striped Tonies.
Yakkers? Striped Tonies?
Aye. There's a heap of shafts here in the mound, and each has its own gang of yakkers, miners, who all think they're the canniest. Only now, our festival is coming up, and there's always some backcast around it.
Backcast, you say? Tell me more.
Aye, trouble. Fash. King Wenzel himself gave our mound the privilege to hold a grand pitman's shoot fest.
Shoot fest? Like a competition?
And every shaft has its own champion. Winning is a great honour, and we've won the last few years every time. But this year it's fucked. Our Anthony got lost and we can't compete without him. And the Saints are behind it. They want to bring us to our knees.
This Anthony is another miner.
He's no bloody miner. St. Anthony, the patron of our shaft. We have him on our stang.
On your what?
On war standard. Like on a pole.
And who are these thieving saints?
Yaggers from the All Saints shaft. They've had a howfing scene before, but now they're up to their oxters in water. And they blame us for it. Only that's bollocks. They only have themselves to blame for it. Their gaffer, Jorg Preng, he pushed it too fast. So now he's all worked up that they're digging like mad. And they're now to show for it.
So, what's all this to do with me?
We need a fella that the Saints don't ken. Someone who can get in their alehouse and nick our stang back. I'm certain they're hiding it there. There'll be a heap of chink in it for you, kidder, if you can do this for us.
Where can I find that alehouse?
No bother. It's in the Italian Quarter near the upper church. You can't miss it, kidder.
All right. A church can't be hard to spot.
The Saints meet and play dice beneath the alehouse. There's only one way in from below, through an old abandoned mine shaft.
All right, here it is.
Where can I find the entrance to this shaft?
On the slope, right below the paths of the Radic Fortress Gate.
What does your standard actually look like?
It's a red and white stang, like a pole, with a carving of St. Anthony on it, and all gilded at the top.
All right. I'll take care of your fash for you. But it'll cost you some chink.
I'm glad to hear it, kidder. I could see you're a canny lad. You'll definitely get a nice foy for it, but be careful. That foreman pring of theirs is a right awful bastard.
Thanks. I'll be careful.
Farewell, sir.
Hey, what are you doing here? You're not allowed.
Careful.
Muzzle coming!
One beer. Chain of command.
I never want to see you here again without permission.
Got a great batch of beer today. I'm sorry.
God be with you.
Sholem, are you lost? Or what would a goy want here?
Goy?
You do not know this word?
Sorry, I don't.
Then you are a goy. What do you want here?
I'm looking for Samuel.
What do you want with him?
Is that you?
There are many Samuels here. And if I'm not good enough for you, I'm afraid nobody else will talk to you.
All right. I'm looking for John of Liechtenstein. I heard you, or this Samuel, might know something about him.
I'm sure Samuel knows a lot. But I do not see why he should tell you.
Because I know a lot as well? Me and Samuel can exchange interesting information.
Why do you think you can tell me anything I need to know? I already know more than I want to.
You're the first person I've met who complains about knowing more than everyone else.
It is not pleasant to know things you can do nothing about. So what I need is someone who prefers action to talk.
All right. What do you suggest?
An exchange. Something in return. I have this one problem none of my people can fix.
Well, if your people can't handle it, why not?
You are no better than my people. But unfortunately, they were all born under our star, and that is a problem in this case.
I understand. What's this about, then?
You probably know that my people face outbreaks of hatred from time to time. A house is plundered, people beaten up, sometimes murdered. Usually it is started by some scum spreading rumors that we eat Christian babies or poison wells. They always find some excuse.
Well, those are usually debtors who don't want to repay their loans.
That is what I used to think as well. It would make sense at least. But it is not that straightforward. There are those who do it just out of spite. And because they can get away with it. We are not Christians. We're not even people to them. But enough of that. I have heard that such people are meeting in an old abandoned house by the wall in the mining district. I need someone to get among them, find out what they are planning, and warn us in good time.
Won't they be suspicious?
Why? Their kind usually are not too bright. You just have to curse the Jews and say you want to join them. Do not worry. They will not check if you are circumcised.
All right. I'll do it. And then you'll tell me all about Liechtenstein.
Agreed. They usually meet at the start of the day.
At the start of the day according to my calendar, or yours?
I see you're in the know. At the start of my day, so when the first 3 stars come out.
Right. So they meet after sunset. The miners' district, an abandoned house with a small yard by the ramparts.
That's right. I reckon you can still catch up with them there today. If you get them to let you join them. Try and find out what they're planning, and then come and see me. And you'll have fulfilled your side of the deal.
You'll keep your end of the deal, I hope.
Don't worry. I keep my promises.
Hey! Hey! Open up! Open up!
Well, what are you doing, Moishe?
Foot's a capora, piece of junk. Never mind. We'll cut this shit down.
Tokaman!
Wait! Don't kill him!
You're gonna beg for mercy? After this?
You
can make a deal. We have some of your people, we can exchange them.
Our people? What the hell are you talking about?
We caught some of them yesterday, trying to get to Liechtenstein, just like you.
Oh, I'm after Liechtenstein because I need to talk to him. I'm not his enemy. But if you know where he is, you better take me to him. Right now.
I have my orders. I'm not supposed to let anyone near him. Especially not someone who just beat my 2 best men. I'm not a fool.
Right. I'll go unarmed. If that'll convince you.
I'll trust you. But in return, you have to trust me. You can't see where we're going.
All right. But no tricks.
Those are the rules.
Wait, who is that somewhere?
We will soon find out. Let us in.
Wenches or the neighbor's daughter, any dirt you can dig up. Off you go! Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure, but he says he knows you and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Ah. Of course. Henry. Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort. And bodyguard.
Quite. Quite. Oh, but tell me, what brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
Well, I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine. Please, take a seat, and tell me everything.
If I'm not mistaken, Jobst sent you to von Berkhoff with a message. How did that go?
In a word, badly.
Oh, how's that?
I hardly know where to start. I'm lucky to be alive. In any case, neither von Berkhoff nor the League of Lords are planning to join Jobst.
Good God. I need a drink now. But did you manage to deliver the message in the end?
Yes, but it was touch and go.
I like exciting stories.
Well, you'll love this one then. Apart from being ambushed and almost killed, Capon ended up on the gallows for poaching.
A nobleman on the gallows for poaching?
It was a mistake, of course. He really did have a noose round his neck, though. But it all worked out in the end.
Good gracious. But tell me, who ambushed you?
Well, that's interesting as well. Istvan Toth and some others.
What?
That sneaky rat from Talmberg? He's still alive?
Not anymore.
You? Well done. Let's drink to that.
Death to the enemy.
What happened next?
Von Berghoff was attacked around the same time by the same men, so we thought we were on the same side as him. And we wanted to help him catch the bandits as a goodwill gesture.
Why didn't he catch them himself?
He tried. We found out for him that the bandits were holed up at Nabokov. When he sent his soldiers to their lair, we went with them. We wanted to be there and get Istvan.
And that's where you killed him?
No. We were nearly killed ourselves. Again.
By Istvan?
No, he wasn't there. The bandits were led by a fella who fucked us right up, and von Berghoff's entire force, too. He lured us into a trap and slaughtered everyone. Me and Capon were the only survivors.
It sounds like your guardian angel never gets a moment's rest.
Yeah, there was some luck in it. But it was more that Zizka knew he could get a ransom for Capon.
Wait, Zizka? He's the one who almost killed you.
You know him?
Of course I do. Zizka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg, King Wenceslas's cousin.
Aye, we found that out as well.
And what the hell was Istvan Toth doing with him?
It turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job, fortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I am starting to get confused.
That makes two of us. Maybe we'll understand better if we get drunk.
You're not holding back, I see. Your health, then. After Zizka took us prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side, and Istvan had to flee.
So when did you kill that bastard?
Not till some time later. Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements for Sigismund. And with the finger of God.
With the what?
A bombard.
Good lord!
Have you ever seen one? I hadn't, until they used it against us.
I've heard about the bombard. An infernal weapon. Then what?
We didn't have a chance. They blew the tower to pieces and took us all prisoner. They took us to Trotsky and tortured us. But with the help of a woman who works with Zizka, we managed to escape.
Zizka. That man always has a trick or two in reserve.
Thank God. While we were making our escape, I crossed paths with Toth, and finally took my revenge for everything he did.
Dull moment with you, I see. To happy endings, then. And where is Lord Capon? Or should I call him the Prince of Poachers?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be hostage, because that's what he is now.
A hostage?
That's right. Von Berghoff took him with him. And that's why I'm here, in fact.
Your original plan went badly awry, I must say.
Well, it could have been worse.
That's the way of the world. For my part, I'm forced into hiding, as you've probably noticed. They're after me as if I owed taxes. Ah, if only I knew what Jobst would say.
I know exactly what he'd say as it happens.
You do?
I spoke to Jobst just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Capon.
That damned... Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
Ah, Jobst.
If we cause trouble for Sigismund, it could threaten his plans, he said. That's cowardice, if you ask me.
It's true I can take care of myself, but the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever his plans might be.
Zizka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him. And he doesn't approve of his plan.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy to braining all and sundry with a mace. Even so, what brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Jobst is like, or that I should carry on with what I'm doing.
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Jobst is dreaming up.
And then...
And also, it's about your safety.
My safety?
You know, they tortured us. Zizka, Godwin and me. They asked about Jobst's plans and about you. I'd have held out, but Godwin... He told them where you were.
Where I am? In this city, you mean? That's not such a terrible betrayal. Gutenberg is a big city. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Not that they have not tried. They almost caught you a couple of times. If it were not for my people.
That's true, of course. But I'm not going to bear a grudge. The executioner always gets what he wants. And if he hadn't, we wouldn't be talking right now.
I apologize.
No need. It's not your fault. Nevertheless, let's turn the page. Capon. How do you plan to free him?
That's exactly why I came to see you.
Oh. How's that?
Because you move in certain circles.
And?
You conspire. You hear all the rumors.
So?
So you might know where they're holding him.
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him, and he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malyshoff Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von Berkoff?
Yes, that is so.
That was before von Berkoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malyshoff? And if von Berkoff is there...
That's where his captive will be.
Correct. Capon is at Malyshoff Fortress.
Well, that's fucked then. How the hell three of us conquer a fortress, and one of us a woman?
That's a conquest I'd like to see. It would go down in history.
The history of suicidal madness.
You can't just launch an assault on Malyshoff. It's a strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men. That could be arranged, maybe.
Careful! Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. And this would be serious trouble. But if Capon simply vanished...
Vanished how, exactly?
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malyshoff belonged to the Rutards. And I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common interests, he'll be happy to think up a solution with you.
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard knows of a back door into his old home, and he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who will help him take revenge.
Someone like you.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got, and there's no harm in trying. Where can I find this Kunslin?
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city. It's right next to the Italian court.
All right. I'll give it a go.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me. Is there anything you want to know before you go?
Come to think of it, I've no idea where we actually are.
Of course. I'd forgotten how you got here.
We're in the Jewish quarter, in the basement of the King Solomon Tavern, below my tavern. Goyim do not just wander in here, but I will tell my people you are with us.
Thanks a whole lot. All right, I'll set off now.
Good luck. It was good to see you again, Henry. And be careful. There's bound to be spies swarming around the palace. This city isn't safe.
Tell me about it. Danger is my daily bread these days.
Slowly. Nice and slow. Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Go! Go! Whoa! Sit. Stay.
Run!
Not your day, eh? What if I freed you?
I'd scalp her, obviously.
What did he do?
Nothing.
Really?
Were you expecting a different answer?
How's it going? I expect that's not very comfortable on your back.
Oh, fuck my back. I can hardly feel it anymore. But recently some joker passed by and put a dead fish in my britches. So you don't end up here too.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
I brought you some food.
Dear God, I must be dreaming. So much food. It's like a royal feast. I'll fill my belly and even have some left over for tomorrow. Who should I thank for these gifts?
For everything, thank the local guild and King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? Wonderful! May God bless our King Wenceslas. God be with you, sir.
Good morning.
I brought you some food.
Dear God, I must be dreaming. So much food. It's like a royal feast. I'll fill my belly and even have some left over for tomorrow. Who should I thank for these gifts?
For everything, thank the local guild and King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? Wonderful. May God bless our King Wenceslas. See you soon, my friend.
I am here for anyone who wants to learn the true art of the Langschwert. I am Menhard, Meister of Langschwert von Frankfurt.
You are
I
a
challenge
brave fechter.
all die guten
Why not
Fechter
test
here to
yourself
test
against
their
the
art
Meister?
against me.
No man in Kuttenberg is as good as Menhard.
All right, I'll challenge him.
Good, good. Menhard is over there, not far. Tell him.
Was darf's heute Morgen sein?
Who are you?
Ich bin Menhard, ein Meister des Langschwerts aus Frankfurt. You will not find ein besser Meister for miles around, I tell you. And with whom do I have die Ehre? Who are you?
Henry. I'm pleased to meet you.
Heinrich. Sehr schön. A famous German König once also bore that name. He contributed to the founding of the Heiliges Römisches Reich. A wise diplomat and brave warrior. Since you carry such a name, I offer you a duel. You can prove you too possess the courage and soul of a warrior. And do not bring shame to your famous name. When you show me how you handle a sword, I can tell you what to improve.
Are you really the best swordsman in these parts?
Richtig. No man is better. Certainly not the Kuttenberger Fechter, who falsely call themselves Meister. I am the only true Meister here. If you do not believe me, try me. I challenge you to a duel mit Langschwertern.
All right. At least we'll see if you're telling the truth, or just puffing out your chest.
Wunderbar. I always like a good Kampf. But the Schwerter will be blunt, yeah? We do not want to lose our handsome faces, no? I'll lend you ein Schwert. Aber kein Harnisch. No armor, only clothing. that is the best Kampf.
Sure. Just training swords. No armor. Works for me.
Good. Take off the steel and armor. You can keep your gambeson and let us get to work. I heard that there are some Fechter here. In Kuttenberg. Let them step forward and prove their...
All right, Menhard. I'm ready for a duel.
Gut, Heinrich. How about eine Wette?
Wette?
Wie sagt man das? A bet for some groschen, yeah? If you believe in yourself.
Naturally. We're not going to work up a sweat for nothing, right? A nice wager will bring some tension into it.
Good, good. I like your attitude. We have spoken enough. Let us do it. So, Heinrich, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Du verdammter Mist!
That's enough! You know full well you've no right to conduct the art of sword fighting here. That's the privilege of our brotherhood.
Halt die Klappe. I am Meister of Longsword. You well know this right we have from the charter of your King Wenzel himself.
Meister Menhard, let me remind you that your petition was discussed by the town council, and your claim was rejected.
That decision was not just, and it went against the will of your king.
It's no use arguing, Deutscher. The council represents the king, and the council has decided in his name. Nicholas of Prague here is also a master longswordsman, and we don't need another. Any more than we need your foreign poses.
Right then. So while we face your Nikolaus or any other man, we shall see then who is der wahre Meister and who is just full of hot air.
Well, I'm ready when you are, Master Menhard.
No, I forbid any dueling here.
Master Nicholas, do not allow yourself to be provoked by this German cock-baiting. No doubt where they come from, they would rather hack each other in the streets than respect law and order. But here, we have more sense and dignity. If anyone is to clash swords here, it will only be when our brotherhood convenes a tournament, not when some Hundsfott feels like it.
Fick dich, du Metzgerschwein. Enough of this, all of you! The council has decided this matter, and I won't waste any more time with your squabbling. You've infringed on our regulations, and it's not the first time. You'll pay a fine.
Scheiße. That is ungerecht. Not just.
And you will be banished from the town, so that nothing like this happens again.
Councillor, Menhard and Arn are friends of our good King Wenceslas. That's why they have his charter, isn't it? You don't want to treat someone of that stature like a common criminal or troublemaker. Show them the courtesy they deserve.
Fuck courtesy. To the pillory with them.
Trampling their honor and dignity underfoot is the same as trampling on the honor and dignity of our king.
Easy, Master Butcher. Kindly leave this matter to me. So, Master...
Henry.
Henry here is right in some respects. You have a charter from King Wenceslaus, which, in truth, I cannot simply ignore. You will not be banished from the town, but I warn you, should this be repeated again, it will not be overlooked.
Ich verstehe, Ratsherr. Yes.
Good. I'm pleased to hear it. Nevertheless, you have actually been conducting the art of sword fighting illicitly. You shall therefore pay a fine, to which the Kuttenberg Sword-Fighting Brotherhood will be entitled for the infringement of their right, which also applies to your eloquent spokesman, Henry.
Counselor, that would be all well and good if things were as you say, but that's not actually how it is. Because Meister Menhard here was not conducting any sword-fighting art.
Horseshit! What else would you be meeting up here with swords for, eh?
If he had actually been conducting the art of sword fighting, but Master Menhard here was only defending his honor in a duel because I wronged him.
Yeah, that is true.
Every man has the right to defend his honor. But tell me, how exactly did you offend Master Menhard so inexcusably that it came to swords?
I mocked Menhard's sword-fighting skill.
Good for you. Menhard is only a master of loudmouth talk.
Come and prove it, du Feigling! We will see who is the Meister and who the loudmouth.
Easy, Emmeram. Don't do anything you might regret later. From what I hear, Master Menhard's art is not to be taken lightly.
Das stimmt.
What difference does that make? We've got you, Master, Nicholas. We don't need another master. Or do you think this here German is better than you?
Certainly not. No man here is a better master than I.
Why do we not test each other then?
Quiet! Stop this, all of you! I've had quite enough of your comparing cocks. Menhard was sword fighting here. That's indisputable. He breached the ban, and he will compensate the Kuttenberg Brotherhood. Ende.
Such audacity! I will not pay any Geldstrafe. Und schon gar nicht to this coward and cheat. Das ist ungerecht.
Enough of this. You will pay, or get 20 lashes of the cane in the stocks.
Scheiß drauf. Verdammt! I will not put up with such disgrace. I would rather let you have your silber.
Henry?
I understand. I don't want to go to the stocks. Here are the groschen I owe you.
Excellent. So, the matter is resolved. But if anything like this happens again, it will be the pillory for you. Alles klar?
Ja, ja, ich verstehe. Komm, Heinrich. We still have business to attend to. We are lodging in the Schenke Kaiser Karl, not far from here on Merchantstrasse. We will discuss our business there.
Jesus Christ be praised. could kiss my ass.
Greetings, sir.
I brought you some food.
Dear God, I must be dreaming. So much food, it's like a royal feast. I'll feed my whole family and have some left over for the neighbours. Who should I thank for these gifts?
For everything, thank the local guild and King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? May God bless her.
Farewell, sir.
Oh, excuse me.
Fruit, vegetables, mushrooms. Come and get some fresh mushrooms.
God bless. I brought you some food.
Sweet Jesus, I can't believe it. I must be dreaming. So much food. I'll fill my belly and even have... Who do I thank for this?
For everything, thank the Lord.
Is this how the guild takes care of it? May God bless our King Wenceslas. Farewell, my friend.
I'm sorry.
As a whole are looking for volunteers to repair the city walls. Many of you have gone to complain. The most merciful King Sigismund won't permit us to repair the walls. Because there are monsters among us. Godless swine in human form who can't wait till our city plunges into
Fountain?
the flames of hell.
Where does the
And who
water
am
come
I
from?
talking about?
Here, in the middle of the
You
city.
know them only too well. Like Satan himself, they lurk in their hole. The foulest den of vice, where they drink with
I'm sorry.
skeletons. Are we really going to stand for it? Burn down that den of vice. The fire will... Come on.
Good morning, lad.
I brought you some food.
Sweet Jesus, I can't believe it. Who do I thank?
For everything.
Is this how the guild? May God bless. Farewell.
People! Good people! Help out! Us!
Suffering wretch! Spare a few coins!
At your service. An ordinary white one, but it had everything.
Warn you about the greatest evil and danger on God's earth. Men's cruelty and wickedness. Who knows what really is and what things may have?
I have not changed my answer. I will not sell you the rights to my mines. Not today, not tomorrow, nor in 100 years. You will not get your hands on my silver.
You forget I have influential friends. If you won't sell the mines, you'll lose them. Just like Malishov. Along with your life, if you defy me.
Mind your step. Two can play that game. Did you really think that I didn't know you were stealing the royal silver, eh? When your self-proclaimed king finds that out, your head will be on the chopping block.
Seize that traitor!
Not another step.
You'll get yours too, turtle dove. What are you waiting for? Can't you see? They're threatening the Royal Mint Master!
He's one of them! Get him! He's got no chance alone! Fucking stay down to me!
Come on, scum!
Kill him!
Damn. They gave me a going over. Good thing you showed up, lad.
You all right, sir? Looks like you took some hits.
It's just a scratch.
Papa! My God! You're hurt!
I'm all right. What the hell was that, Rosa?
I saved your life. Didn't you notice?
We would have been in the right if you hadn't taken the shot. Now we have the blood of the king's men on our hands. Do you have any idea what this means?
Was I supposed to let one of Sigismund's lackeys insult us in our own home?
And you thought this was a better solution?
You know what? Let's just leave it be. I don't want to argue in front of the young man here. Apologies for the mess, stranger. There aren't usually so many corpses strewn about our courtyard.
I should be the one apologizing. Some of it is my handiwork.
It won't be your concern, though. I promise. We'll call the guards and tell them what happened. That Ulrich Vavak and his men attacked us for no reason.
You think that will make them let us off the hook?
Not for free. But knowing young Plimo, the commander of the guard, I'm sure he won't refuse my coin. But back to you, lad. Who are you? And why have you graced us with your visit?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, squire to Lord Capon of Perkstein.
Pleased to meet you. Conslin Routard. And this feisty creature here is my daughter Rosa.
Like father, like daughter.
Why did your master send you to me, Henry?
He didn't, sir. Unfortunately, he's in enemy captivity.
We're sorry to hear that.
But I plan to rescue him. And I believe you can help me with that.
We can? How?
Lord Capon is held at Malashov.
Our Malashov? I don't envy him. I was planning on fixing the roof before they took it from us. It's full of leaks. I doubt its new master will lift a finger to do anything about it. But tell me, why would I meddle in matters that don't concern me?
Well, we all stand on the same side. Against Sigismund.
That is undoubtedly true. I don't like that ginger bastard either. Especially since his people started sticking their fingers in my coffers. But to get involved in something as dangerous as freeing a captured nobleman in a territory conquered by Sigismund?
We have to do something to help. I know it's dangerous.
Dangerous? It's madness. What if somebody finds out?
Nobody will know.
You haven't been in Kuttenberg for long, have you? The walls have ears here. I'd only end up with my head on the chopping block. And I don't even want to think about what they'd do to Rosa.
That's true. As long as Vavak's breathing down our necks, we have to be careful.
Who is he, anyway?
Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus. The new mint master appointed by Sigismund himself. He's had it in for us ever since he took over the office. He's been pressuring me to hand over my mining rights. It seems he'd like to see me reduced to a beggar. And now we've killed his men. The king's men. I'll have to reach deep into my pocket to get out of that. Like Rosa said, lad, as long as Vavak is around, my hands are tied. I'm sorry.
We will have to untie your hands then. What should I do?
There might be something. It's obvious Vavak is getting richer than his office warrants. There are rumors going around that he's stealing the king's silver. He even uses it to mint counterfeit groschen, using a fake die. If Sigismund were to find out, he'd have him executed at once, regardless of his noble blood.
But you need evidence to make such an accusation, right?
Exactly.
But how do we find it?
Some of the silver goes missing somewhere along the way to the mint. And we have to find out where.
Find out? But how? They don't let just anyone into the mines and smelting works.
You're right. Only authorized people are allowed in. Fortunately, we have an ally. My friend Peter of Pisek. They ousted him from the Mint Master's office, but his brother Christian remained in the Italian court. He wanted to become the Mint Master himself, but because of Vavak, he had to settle for the steward's office. He hates him even more than we do on account of it.
And that's saying something.
Christian and I were just talking about his suspicions. He'd welcome any dirt you can dig up on Vavak, just as much as I would. If you go to him and ask for help on my behalf, I'm sure he'll accommodate you. I'll help you free Lord Capon in exchange for evidence of Vavak's fraud. That's fair, isn't it?
All right. It's a deal. I've already met Peter of Pisek, and I know he can be trusted. Let's hope the same goes for his brother.
Excellent. You'll find Christian and Horshan at the estate near the mines. Tell him the password, Via Argentum, the pot of silver. He'll know who he's dealing with. But be careful, both of you. This is our last chance to stop Vavak.
We'll be praying for you. Take care of yourself, stranger. I hope you come back again.
You could... What's going on here?
As you can see, something slaughtered all these cows.
Not just something. It was that creature from hell. I saw with my own eyes how it fled back to its hole in the mine.
Give it a rest, would you?
I won't. What'll happen when that monster comes for us next?
Seems we've been fortunate running into you then, eh?
I'm Henry of Skalitz.
I'm Marion, the local priest. You look like someone who knows how to fight and isn't scared off all that easily. Just the kind of man for the job.
Tell me what happened from the beginning. What killed those cattle?
I was in my cottage when I heard such strange noises. It made my skin crawl. So I went out and saw this. And that beast what did it running away. How am I supposed to make a living now? These cows were my most treasured possessions.
What sort of strange noises did you hear? Can you describe them in some way?
It was like someone dragging chains along the ground. Neither men nor wolves make them kinds of noises. And demons carry chains so they can catch sinners with them. Everyone knows that.
And what about you? Did you hear it too?
Unfortunately, no. I was in the church when Vladimir sent for me, saying they'd found those carcasses.
Didn't you say you saw someone running away from here?
Not someone, but something. A monster from hell itself.
Just an old wives' tale.
I swear by all that's holy, the beast ran from here straight back to the old mine.
What did the beast look like?
I only saw it from afar. But before it got lost in the thicket, I saw its giant pointed snout.
Couldn't it have just been an animal? Maybe a wolf or a boar?
Can't you see my poor girls here? What kind of wolf would leave wounds like these? Oh, and the monster ran on 3 legs.
3 legs?
Aye, as sure as my name's Vladimir.
You mentioned a pit of hell. Is that located somewhere around here?
That's just a local fable.
It's no fable. In the days when silver was mined here, terrible misfortune took place in the mine. A pit to hell itself opened up there.
The mine shuttering fell apart and the gallery collapsed. That's all.
Shuttering my arse! It was a pit to hell! Shuttering don't just blow up on its own. But hell didn't scare good old Father Richard, so he set off into the tunnels and struck a deal with them demons. Ever since then, we brought food to the mine for them every second Sunday, and they leave us in peace in return.
Father Richard was a crackpot. You're lucky to finally have a normal priest here now.
A priest who forbade us from bringing the offerings, and now you can both see where that's got us.
Has anyone actually looked around in the mine?
Only old Father Richard. Nobody else has ever had the courage. The very mine shaft stinks like hell itself. So we only ever lower a bucket down with the offering, and then clear off quick.
After the cave-in, the miners left to work in Grund. It seems they no longer felt the vein was worth the trouble here.
When did all this happen?
It's got to be at least 5 years now.
And you've been taking food there ever since?
That's right. And nothing's ever happened until now. All because our new priest here forbade us from bringing offerings.
Where's Father Richard now?
He returned to his maker not long ago. And now I preach here in his place. The moment I caught word of that foolish superstition, I put a stop to any offerings.
And you can see what that caused.
It's only happenstance. This isn't the first, nor the last time that wolves dare to venture into town.
Vladimir's right. It doesn't look like it was the work of wolves. I don't know what could have done it, but wolves don't make those kind of wounds.
You hear that, Father? And that's coming from someone who's been out and seen the world.
Tell me something about yourselves, so I know who I have the honor of speaking to.
Like I said, I'm Marion, and I come to Old Kutna to preach.
Aren't you, a bit young for a preacher?
I finished my trivium at Prague University last year, and I wanted to continue. But my father decided I'd had enough education and found me a place in the order in Sedlec. So now I implement my theological learning in this lovely county as a preacher.
I'm Vladimir, the mine foreman. I'm the eldest of everyone here, and the people actually respect me, unlike our this here preacher from Prague. And them cows were mine.
This whole thing is very odd. How do you want me to help?
The massacre of those cattle is a horrible thing. But the heresy that's been tolerated here on account of the former priest is even worse.
Old Father Richard would chase you out of town, you stuffed frock.
Marion may be young, but he's still a priest, and he deserves a bit of respect.
Thank you, Henry. Since you're the only one here uninvolved, I'd like you to go into the old mine and discover the truth of this old wives' tale.
And while you're there, take some peace offering with you. Otherwise, I wouldn't even dare going.
What am I to do with you? All right. Henry, take their offering with you as well. You'll do just as those wretches did before you, and then wait to see if any demons show their faces or not.
Wait for demons? You want to send the poor fella to his death?
Don't listen to him, Henry. Faith in God will protect you. But before you go through the mine, we'll have a look around the village. Then we'll all meet at the entrance to the mine.
All right, I'll help you. But what about the offering?
A bit of food will do. Here you go. We always lowered the food down in a bucket. The main thing is not to go down the shaft yourself, lest you anger hell.
Don't be frightened. It's just an old shaft.
You'll find it to the west of here. The whole area is deserted and most of the entrances are blocked off. You go past the mine buildings until you reach the one that's collapsed to the ground. The mine entrance is next to it. Good luck, lad. You're going to need it.
God be with you.
What a nice day.
Careful.
Quick! Quick! Ka! Quick! Go! Go! Ka! Go! Go! Quick! Go! Quick!
Praised be Jesus Christ.
Now and forever.
Excuse me, are you Behuta by any chance?
That's right, I am. If you're here to right old wrongs, be my guest. God knows I deserve it.
I don't need to right any wrongs. The devil sent me to see if you would rejoin his band.
He is free, and he still hasn't learned. Anyway, tell him I'm definitely not going back to that life.
Why don't you want to go back?
I want to reform myself, to redeem myself before the Lord God, and to earn his absolution. There is no way to do that if I am with the devil.
I'd like to find the rest of the devil's pack. Do you know anything about any of them?
Just Ranyek. It has been a few days since he was here.
What did he want from you?
He was begging me for some coin. He said he had a game in Pshitoki, and that he would definitely win this time. As always.
Ranyek still hasn't given up dice, eh?
That fella will never learn, and he's already lost everything. He won a really nice bow once, and he's had nothing but bad luck ever since.
Do you know where I could find him now?
Last time he told me he had a game arranged in Pshitoki. Maybe he's still there.
Thanks. Hopefully I'll find him there. I'll be on my way. I probably won't convince you anyway.
Hold on. While you're here, we can pray for the devil's soul together. God knows he needs it badly.
We can, though I don't know if it'll help anything.
Every soul can be reformed if it so desires and sincerely repents of its sins. Look at me. I used to kill, drink, spend nights with whores, but I learned that it was the wrong way, and now I'm trying to make amends.
Why all of a sudden?
Come pray with me and I'll tell you. Hey, how did you get involved with the devil anyway?
By accident. It was thanks to Jan Žižka.
So, you know Žižka too. Where from?
It's a long story. But if you came to the Devil's Den, I'll tell you all about it over a beer.
Nice try, lad, but I'm staying away from the drink. It's just not worth it. What do you think of the devil anyway?
I trust Žižka to know what he's doing. He knows the devil pretty well.
Žižka is slightly less of a bastard than the devil. I don't know how he can stand him. The ends justify the means, I suppose. When your neck is on the line, you'd better be sure those two bastards are worth it.
Where did you say you wanted to pray?
Right here. At my brother's grave.
Is that Slavek's grave?
You know my brother's name?
Aye. Kubienka told me about you both.
Aye. We were in the band together, but the priest was kind enough to let me bury him here.
Was that important to you?
It was. When Slavek was killed and the band broke up, I didn't know what to do. Father Havel put a roof over my head and showed me a completely different life than I had known before then. Together with my brother, I buried my past here, and vowed over his grave that I would never harm another living soul.
This is where you want to pray for the devil?
Here is where I found reconciliation and peace of mind. Where else should I pray for the devil to find his own?
Why did you decide to leave everything behind and start a new life here?
Because of my brother. I was with him in his last moments. He was completely overcome with horror. I never thought he could be so scared.
But you must have been used to seeing death.
He did not fear death, but what comes next? He knew the kind of life he had led, and everything he was responsible for. Now he's paying for it. It may be foolish, but I believe that if I reform myself before the Lord God, he might forgive Slavek too.
Let's get to it then. Would you like to start?
Aye, but it's Latin, so listen carefully and repeat after me. Pater Noster, qui isn't careless, sanctify cater, or no man's tomb. Adventure ad rectum to whom, fet voluminous to her, seek it, inhale it, enter her. Your turn now.
Pater Noster, qui isn't careless, sanctify cater, or no man's tomb. Adventit at rectum, to whom fate voluminous to her, seek it, inhale it, enter her.
That's right. Here's the rest of it. Panem most room. Quote idi.
Amen.
Exactly. Amen. That's that then. A nice little prayer.
I hope the Lord will hear it.
I'll let you meditate in peace here.
Wait a bit. Here, take this. You're a good man. It's a map to a place where I've stashed some things. I don't want to ever touch them again, but they might still be of use to you.
Oh, thank you. I'll look for them.
Think about what I told you. Jesus can help you too.